How was your break? How was Kansas City?
It was good. Yeah, it was fun watching my daughter, fun watching her team. They played really well against some of the best teams in the country. So definitely a good weekend for them.
Sort of feel a sense of everyone being a little mentally refreshed today.
Yeah, it was good. We got everybody in the gym. We did some things together as one big group. Then we broke down to two different groups on the floor, one in the weight room. And everybody had, seemed like they all had great breaks. We wanted to get in the gym tonight, get a sweat, get up and down, get some cardio in, and then we'll get back at it tomorrow morning.
Michael Porter just mentioned that you guys did a little bit of transition work. You guys are pretty low in the league right now in scoring efficiency when you get out of transition. I'm curious what you've seen on film when you look at those situations when you guys do run.
Yeah, just not being efficient enough. Whether it's missing, we do a poor job finishing at times, and then obviously costly turnovers where we're just not even getting a shot up. So just working on some 2v1 situations, 3v2, advantage breaks where we have to capitalize and score and at least get a shot up. There are too many times when we come down to transition and have the advantage and we don't even get a shot up, and then we ignite their breaks. So just try to touch on some things, some general things tonight, and we'll turn the page tomorrow and start getting ready for Washington.
You've talked about how sometimes it's easier to split up the season into different parts. Is this one of those markings where you say, okay, 27 games to go, and kind of regroup and talk about what team you want to be moving forward?
Yeah, obviously did not like how we, went into the break, and injuries had a lot to do with that. Jamal and KCP most notably. But as you mentioned, Katie, 27 to go. 5 games left in the month of February. We have 2 back-to-backs within that stretch. Opened up with the 3 games in 4 nights. So we just got to find a way to hit the ground running. And hopefully Jamal, KCP, they both went through practice tonight. They look good, and hopefully they feel good enough tomorrow where we can keep building and having them back in the lineup, because obviously we know we're a much better team when they're available. But yeah, we're going to take it in 5-game increments and attack it that way. Hopefully by the end of those 27, we're in a good position.
Is to have both of them back for Washington, or do you treat it a little differently knowing that it's back-to-back coming out of the break?
No, the goal is to have everybody healthy for Washington. And, after tonight's practice, both those guys look really good. And hopefully after, getting some sleep tonight, quick turnaround tomorrow morning for practice, but hopefully they'll be able to go tomorrow, and then we can take it on a game-by-game basis.
Is this the deepest you've ever seen the West? It just seems from top to play, and it's just loaded.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been here 9 years now. I think the West is always loaded. It's talented teams all the way throughout. You look at our division. You have Minnesota number 1. You have OKC number 2. You have us in 4th place. It seems like the West, even when you think it's really loaded and talented, it finds a way to get even more difficult with new players coming in, and then free agents or trades happening that bring players to our conference. But you can't dwell on that. We got to worry about ourselves right now. Once again, losing 3 in a row wasn't the ideal situation, but you got to learn from it, get guys back on the court, and hopefully find a way to find our rhythm in these final 27.
Do you have a to-do list for these final 27 games? What would be the top 1 or 2 things on that list?
Oh, I don't have a to-do list. My to-do list is beat Washington. It's try to get healthy and take it 1 game at a time. Washington's coming in here, first game out of the break, making sure our guys are back here, not just physically, but mentally, and understanding what's in front of us. A lot of people out there think the All-Star break's the halfway point. It's not. We've played 55 games. We have 27 to go. We cannot ease into this 27 games. We have to hit the ground running, and hopefully we're able to do that in our first game against Washington in a few nights.
Is there any concern with Nikola not getting much of a physical or mental break, or is that something you guys have learned how to navigate in the last 6 years?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I didn't spend 1 minute watching anything from the All-Star weekend, and I'm glad I didn't. But Nikola knows how to kind of handle his mind, his body. He flew out there, I think, on Friday, played a few minutes on Sunday, was not required to be here per the rules tonight. So we'll get him back out here tomorrow. And, Nicola's the last guy I worry about. I think he's fully understanding of where we're at, what we have in front of us.
What was your take on the All-Star game? I'm sure you saw the score, heard about it. The problem with it the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean,
You were there last year, right? So you saw it.
yeah, and you saw my comments after the game last year, so probably more of the same. I know the league is trying to do everything they can to make it a more competitive game, and that wasn't the case. So I don't know what the league can do. You can't force players to play hard. You can't force players to care. And I think a lot of the players in their defense, 27 games out of the break. For us, I'm assuming probably roughly the same for most teams. You're also worried about injuries. Your number one duty and obligation is to your team. And so I'm not sure. Maybe they should do like the Pro Bowl, have an All-Star weekend after the season's over, and everybody can go there and have fun. There's nothing competitive about it. Nobody can worry about getting hurt. But it's just the All-Star game is completely different than the All-Star game I grew up watching. And I feel bad because it's a situation everybody's aware of, but there's no easy fix that anybody's come up with. And I don't know if there ever will be, to be quite honest.
What's your trust level with this team right now?
Complete trust. Yeah, we're the reigning world champions. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.